Ozzy Osbourne's net worth shows that his wealth is staggering, even as his health suffers to the point that he's had to permanently retire from touring. The rock legend and husband to reality and one-time daytime TV staple Sharon Osbourne has amassed a large fortune since first hitting the music scene in the 1970s. Find out how much Ozzy Osbourne is worth and how he earned his considerable wealth. Ozzy Osbourne was born John Michael Osbourne in Birmingham, England in December 1948. He suffered from dyslexia and traumatic sexual abuse from school bullies as a child, eventually dropping out of school when he was 15 years old. After working odd jobs and in construction as well as serving time in jail for petty crimes, Osbourne discovered the Beatles in 1963. They inspired him to pursue a career in music. He joined Geezer Butler's band, Rare Breed, in 1967, but after 2 gigs the group disbanded. He and Butler then formed the Polka Tulk Blues with Bill Ward and Tony Iommi, eventually changing their name to Earth, then to Black Sabbath in 1969. They released their self-titled first album on Warner Brothers Records the following year to resounding success. Black Sabbath became one of the biggest bands of all time and a key foundation in the heavy metal genre. After several successful albums and some solo work with Blizzard of Ozz, Black Sabbath booted Osbourne from the band in 1979 due to his substance abuse and erratic behavior. Ozzy Osbourne's net worth in 2024 is estimated to be $220 million, combined with that of his TV star wife Sharon. His wealth amassed in a variety of ways, but mostly from his musical legacy. He has continually sold a massive amount of albums. After more than 5 decades since first forming Black Sabbath, Osbourne continued his solo career while occasionally reuniting with Black Sabbath. Add in his ventures from TV, including the Osbournes, considered a pioneer of the celebrity reality TV genre in its time, plus branding endorsements and commercials, and the cash just keeps pouring in for the Prince of Darkness. The Osbourne family is worth an estimated total of about $251 million. Ozzy and Sharon are worth around $220 million, while Jack Osbourne is worth an estimated $15 million, and Kelly Osbourne an estimated $16 million. Because their finances are linked, not only are they married, but Sharon served as Ozzy's manager for a number of years, it's difficult to separate Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne's respective net worths. For what it's worth, Sharon made an estimated $5 million annually when she hosted the talk, then got a severance of a reported $5 million to $10 million. Ozzy Osbourne is the richest member of Black Sabbath when you combine his and Sharon's net worth of $220 million. Close behind is Tony Iommi, with an estimated net worth of $140 million. Ozzy Osbourne's income per concert varies by show and tour, but he made a huge mint from the creation of Ozzfest. The namesake festival-style tour made Osbourne the first rock star to sell $50 million in merch alone, and the tours have grossed more than $100 million, and sold more than 5 million tickets since their inception in October 1996. Ozzy Osbourne's annual income varies depending on his projects, including touring, which won't happen anymore. As such, his annual salary will likely drop steeply, but still remain in the low 7 to 8 figures thanks to promotional appearances, TV work, merch sales, and streaming revenues. For the first season of The Osbournes, each family member save Amy Osbourne, who declined to appear in the show, made $20,000 per episode, for a total of $80,000 for the family. Season 1 had 10 episodes, netting the Osbournes $800,000. The success of the show led them to get significant raises as the series went on. As it was the highest-rated show ever on MTV at that time, Sharon negotiated their contracts for Season 2 to $5 million per family member for the season, plus other perks. As mentioned on Celebrity Big Brother, Sharon has lived in the US since 1975, and the couple mainly live in Los Angeles. However, on the show she also revealed they have a house in Buckinghamshire, England. Their home in the US was bought for $12 million. However, last year they put it up for sale for $18 million. They also had an apartment in West Hollywood that they put up for sale for $8 million. Ozzy's legend only continues to grow the more that is known about him. Having lived a totally lavish lifestyle, having no issues in splashing the cash that he has earned from touring the world throughout his life, Ozzy has spent a lot of money. Something that Ozzy Osbourne has done plenty of throughout his lifetime is drink alcohol. It's something that has caused a ton of ups and downs throughout his life, but it is something he has done a lot of. Ozzy might be sober now, but throughout the peak of his career as he toured the world, Ozzy certainly dabbled in drinking as much as possible. It was part of the rock and roll lifestyle back in the day, and there's no doubt that he has spent an absolute fortune on it throughout his life. Many people enjoy purchasing fireworks during their lifetimes, whether it be for New Year's Eve, bonfire night, or any other major celebration. However, most normal people don't spend hundreds of thousands on them. One classic story about Osbourne just so happens to involve fireworks and spending a lot of money on them. The Englishman was once arrested after setting fireworks off in the hallway of a hotel while on tour. Osbourne spent a fortune on the fireworks, and the destruction that he caused within the hotel ended up costing him. Ozzy spent a reported $200,000 after this incident when all was said and done, making this a very expensive prank. Destroying things inside hotels wasn't a one-off situation for Ozzy Osbourne when he decided to host a firework party indoors. During a stay at the Four Seasons, Ozzy made the decision to launch the television outside of the window. The reasoning behind it was simply that he was bored, and he promptly threw it out, not even thinking that there could be someone below. Thankfully, nobody was hurt in the incident, apart from Ozzy's bank balance. Of course, the hotel forced him to pay up for a new television, window, and damage to the floor outside, but they also charged him 3 months' worth of time for the room, running him a bill of over $40,000. Of course, if you're going to live a lavish rock and roll lifestyle, you've got to have a huge mansion to go along with it. Unsurprisingly, the Osbourne family home wasn't a cheap one for him to buy. Ozzy spent a fortune on the property, which is located in Beverly Hills and was recently put up for sale at the small asking price of $28 million. Who knows how much Ozzy actually spent on the property, but the cost will certainly be in the millions to say the least. This is one of the most expensive purchases of his career, but at least it is one that will have had plenty of use.